you're a transitioning teacher and you're seeing this right now, comment. If you're watching on the replay, comment or reach out to me. Let me know what type of roles you're looking for. All right. So let's just get real here. Let's get to the point. So I get contacted by so many teachers every single day, and just women of all backgrounds who are looking for a new, better career, work from home, or they were laid off. I get so many messages every day. So I wanted to pop on here and do a live because there are some really important things that so many of you are missing and overlooking. And I just keep repeating myself in the DMs. And so I'm like, let's just throw this on video and just share with as many people as possible, because there are some mistakes that a lot of you are making that are keeping you like from getting interviews and job offers and keeping you from getting into that work from home position that you really want. So I want to talk quickly about teachers specifically. So if you're a transitioning teacher, hey, hi, shout out to all of my former teachers who have landed amazing roles like instructional design, customer success, learning and development, project management, program management, you name it, they've done it, they're doing it, okay? But I'll say, when they first raised their hand and they were like, hey, Lisa, girlfriend, I need your help, they were not like, oh my God, I feel amazing about this. They didn't have confidence. They didn't have clarity. They didn't know what they were doing. They were like sobbing and they're like, Lisa, like, I feel like I'm so tired and like I don't know where to start and I'm so overwhelmed and this year has been so challenging for me. And like, girl, I got you. Okay. I got you. So, what I'm going to share with you, okay, this so it's something to take notes with. Write this down, tattoo it on your forehead, whatever you got to do. So, what they initially were doing, let me speak to like Danielle. So she's I made a post about her recently, and hey girl, hey, if you're watching this, Danielle is an amazing, thriving instructional designer slash learning and development specialist, but she was a teacher and she is a mama as well. And she was like, girl, I need like more income. I need bigger paychecks. I need to make more money so that I can build my life and grow my family. And I need to get out of the classroom like ASAP yesterday because I can't keep doing this anymore. I've been trying to transition out of the classroom for months. I've submitted hundreds of applications and I was like, oh, don't tell me that. She's like, I've been doing everything that I know how to do. I rewrote my resume. I hired a resume writer. I've been like applying to jobs. I've been trying to network. I've been like going to job fairs and stuff and like doing all the things. And she's just like, is this just like not possible? Am I like stuck in the classroom forever? And I'm like, no, hold on a second. Like you're good. You're good. Just vent, let it all out. I'm here for that, right? Let me hold this space for you. But also let me remind you that like you absolutely are not stuck, okay? So if you're a teacher right now and you're feeling like this year wasn't my year, but next year, like, we got to make this thing happen, But let me just tell you, if you keep doing the same thing that you've been doing and nothing changes, then nothing changes, right? So, what Danielle had to realize was that, first of all, she had to raise her hand and say, hey, Lisa, girlfriend, you're doing this for other teachers. Like, I want you to do for me what you're doing for them. I'm ready for this, okay? And then she had to decide and realize that investing in her future family, and investing in her career, something that she had never done with a career coach before, was the thing that she needed to do. And it was the thing that she needed to do because she didn't have the tools, the skills, the knowledge, the experience, the expertise, and neither did ChatGPT or AI to navigate her career search and this career transition, okay? I know a lot of you are like, yeah, but ChatGPT is like the G, and it's like, it is the thing that's like helping me with so many things. I get it. I use it all 24/7. But the difference is that so ChatGPT is not going to have the level of I'm not even going to get into that right now. Basically, I've got like career coaches, shout out to my girls on my team who are like, they've been doing this for like 20 plus years. They're recruiters, they're career coaches, they're life coaches. Like, we use ChatGPT as like a tool. And so like I told Danielle, I was like, it's okay to use as a tool, but what we need to do is like roll up our sleeves from our expertise and all the things that we have gathered over the years. Like, we've created the roadmap, the process, and we've tested it. It's proven for other women. We don't need to reinvent the wheel at this point, right? We just need to customize it for you. So we rolled up our sleeves and we went through like everything with her. Work history, all of her work history, teaching, non-teaching related. We went through like volunteer experience, all of her college degrees and academics, courses, trainings, workshops that she had gone through, projects, accomplishments, data, metrics, quantified results, things like that. We went through everything. And I call that the deep scrub process. It's like, let's do a little spring clean on your house, but like with your work experience. And what we're doing in that, and what we did for Danielle, and you'll have to do too, is pull out all of your transferable skills. This is the thing that you're getting wrong, that everyone is getting wrong. And this is the thing that I'm like repeating over and over to people is like, you are leaving so many skills on the table. That's your biggest mistake, and your first mistake here is that you're not scrubbing the extent of skills that you actually have. And I always talk about the iceberg analogy. And by the way, if you're here right now, comment and let me know so I can be like, hey, what's up? So yeah, we need to do the deep scrub process, because what's going to happen in that is we're going to be able to pull out all of your transferable skills. And let me tell you, you have like 50 to 100 minimum skills. Okay, that's the first step. That does not mean that you throw those skills into your resume and then you're like, I'm qualified. No. So what we need to do is identify those skills first. And then with that, identify best fitting roles. So you might like instructional design, you might like learning and development. That's great. But there's going to be a plethora, like a dozen different job title variations and roles, and maybe like a different field or industry that's adjacent, and that sort of thing. So what we need to do is get that wider casting net of positions that you actually qualify for, which there are so many, especially for my teachers. You girls are so talented and skilled, versatile, just like me coming from healthcare. I mean, this is why I do what I do now, is I'm like, oh, these are like my best strength and skills, like boom, just like front and center, that I couldn't do in healthcare and, without burning myself out. So deep scrub those skills, deep scrub those best fitting job titles and roles, and then what needs to happen from there. So then at the end of this part of the process, I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. You have documents that clearly outline all of your accomplishments, success stories, projects, all the things that we can then use and leverage to qualify you, to rebrand you. Okay, this is the beginning of having a branding strategy. Okay, the beginning. And this is the biggest mistake people make, and the biggest thing that they skip over completely and just miss. Okay, so that's number one. So then that allows us, like we did with Danielle, to rebrand you. So then when you take all those skills and best fitting roles and accomplishments and all the things and work a branding strategy out for you, build a career portfolio, build out the resumes. Okay, but in between, here's the gap. Here's the gap. The gap is that most of you are not translating those skills. You're just kind of slapping those old skills, like teaching skills, for instance, into your resume and thinking that that's enough, or you're trying to translate it, but your resume reads like, I'm a teacher and have been a teacher, but I want to be an instructional designer. Versus, I have a teaching background, but I have years of experience in instructional design. I am highly qualified in instructional design, and here's how, in fact. Let me prove it to you. Let's just have some fun with this play again. Let me just prove to you all of the amazing things that I've done that qualify me as a top candidate. And if you're not thinking that when you look at your resume, nobody else is going to either, okay? So this is like the biggest thing, is like you're not translating your skills, you're not utilizing the full extent of skills that you have. It's the tip of the iceberg versus the actual iceberg underneath, right? Of skills, qualifications, okay? And you're not even marketing and selling yourself at all. I've reviewed thousands of resumes at this point, and I'm like, kind of like, I say the same thing over and over to everybody, because everybody's making this mistake, is like their resume is not marketing and selling them at all. Your resume is a career branded marketing tool. Career branded marketing tool. It's not a document that says Lisa's work history consisted of her doing these things and she has some generic, basic, watered down skills. Like, I think she's a good fit. Like, this needs to be a branded document. Think of like the best branding in the world. Like, how is Apple so successful? Amazon, like all these high end, even like Meta or like Instagram, like social media platforms, clothing brands, whatever brands that you buy into, like they have like marketing on point, right? And they have social proof. They have people talking about what they're doing, just raving about their products, right? You need people raving about you. You need to rave about yourself. So I'm going to end this live stream here. But what I want you to take away is we need to deep scrub. Think of you just going into like deep spring cleaning mode and scrub everything. And then brand yourself as a high level, 6-figure top candidate, competitive, qualified candidate. If you're not impressed, and if you put yourself in the position of a hiring manager or recruiter, and you're looking at thousands of resumes and you're just doing the process, the hiring process, like, why would you choose you versus other people who have more experience than you? Okay, so this is where you need to be a pro, an expert at marketing and selling yourself. You have the skills. You do not need to upskill right now. What we need to do is leverage and scrub the skills that you currently have first, because you're leaving a lot of those off the table completely. Okay, and then that is also bleeding into your earning potential. So, like, if you don't know how to negotiate your salary or even know what you should be earning outside of your past role, teachers going into non-teaching roles, you're like, I don't know. I never had to like negotiate a salary before. That's what I'm talking about. So like the women that I can speak to in my community, my amazing former teachers who are like Danielle and Maddie and Shannon and Adrian and all of these girls who are just thriving, working from home. Hello, hello. They are making more money than they've ever made before, right? They just completely blew their teaching salary out of the water. Like, that's a thing of the past. And they're like breaking past six figures. Maddie got 2 promotions and 2 pay raises within the first 6 months of landing an operations specialist position. I mean, they're getting like 40 to 50K salary increases. Like, what would that do for your life? To increase your salary by 40 to $50,000 per year. Like that's a whole life trajectory change. Like that's a transformation. That's not just like, oh, a nice new job. That's like, girl, you just entered a new bracket, okay? And so that requires mindset stuff. I always say like this career change process is 80% mindset, 20% strategy, and just career development in general, like myself included, whether you're an entrepreneur, a founder, or you're working corporate or you're a teacher. Mindset is the thing, it's the queen of all, okay? Because your belief in yourself, your relationship with money, the limiting beliefs that you have around money, the limiting beliefs that you have around investing in yourself, like the limiting beliefs that you have around if anybody's going to see you as qualified and capable and worthy and like all the things, right? And especially if you've been applying for so long and like had no traction or momentum, that starts to take a hit on you. Like, I mean, anybody's like cramming their head into the wall after a certain period of time, they're gonna be like, okay, like this sucks, right? So, mindset is everything. We need to get you confident. We need to get you that clarity. We need to get you out of these limiting beliefs and habits, especially around money, but strategy too integrated, because if you don't know how to negotiate that salary and make sure that you're targeting and know what you bring to the table money wise, you are the one that names your price point, okay? You name the price point and you say yes or you say no to job offers. And that's the positioning of being an empowered woman. Like you are an empowered woman. And as empowered women, we call the shots. You call your price point, right? You call the things that you want or don't want in your life, okay? And this is the mindset shift that I teach in like all of my courses and all of my trainings and like one-on-one coaching and everything. And if you don't have this empowered mindset, you're going to just accept mediocre. You are not a mediocre woman, okay? Like you were born to like thrive and to like do amazing things and impact the world and have an amazing family and amazing life. Like this like being in a rut and burnout and all the things and living paycheck to paycheck. I was there once. I used to work in healthcare. I just released a YouTube video actually. DM me if you want the link, where I talk about my story, my experience. Like I was dead and broke, and I had a broke mindset too because I came from like low income family, right? And I had to break out of that. I had to go from broke to rich mindset first and foremost, and then I had to learn the concept and adapt the concept of investing in myself. Like I was living paycheck to paycheck, 200 bucks a month, 200 bucks every 2 weeks left over in my paycheck to last me. And this was like burning out in healthcare. And with that, like I had to make the decision to invest whatever I could into the right mentors, the right support, the right guidance. And that fast tracked me. Like I wouldn't be here right now if it wouldn't have been for the mentors that I had along the way and the coaches that I had along the way. And I had to get on payment plans. I was in debt. I couldn't afford thousands of dollars for coaching, but like God blessed me with mentors and coaches who were like, I got you, girl. We got payment plans. Let's do this first. Let's kind of baby steps, and that allowed me to like avoid mistakes, avoid wasting time, wasting more money, that kind of thing. But I first had to see myself as like, you know what? I have given everything to everybody in my career, everyone in my life, but I've never really truly invested and just prioritized me. Aside from like my health and fitness journey, I've been in like bodybuilding and stuff and like extreme health fanatic, but that's besides the point. But I had to be like, okay, this is the era and the chapter in my life where I get to pour into me. And it was just like a few $100s at a time at first, and then it was like thousands at a time, and then it was like more than $20,000 for coaching. And it's like you'll get there to that point, but you've got to start somewhere. But the more you invest in yourself, the higher level you get to be in life, you get to achieve, right? So if you're investing in high level support, you're going to get to a high level, pay raise, pay grade. You're going to get to a higher level in your career, with your mindset, with your confidence. If you have the right support, obviously double check and verify that they're like doing the thing and having success with other people. But the point being is like, you get what you pay for, right? I have like so many other trainings. So I have a 45-minute training that I offer from time to time for free from one of my paid online courses. DM me if you want access to that. It goes through step by step all of the strategies that other women and teachers are using to land these work from home, higher paying, 20 to 50K higher paying positions in a matter of weeks. So that training, DM me if you want the link. Just say like makeover or something in your message to me and I'll send it to you. I have a YouTube channel where I have like videos that I've like just started releasing. I've got so much content and so many different resources for you ladies, okay? I'm here for you. I got you. Don't worry, I got you. DM me, say hi, let me know what your goals are, let me know what you're working through. If anything resonated with you on this live stream today, definitely hit me up and let me know. And of course, if you're looking for like one-on-one coaching and you want to see if it's a good fit for us to work together, we don't work with everybody. We only work with like 15 to 20 women per enrollment cycle, and that's just a few times per year. And we hand select everybody. Like we want to make sure it's a good fit, like 100%. So we only work with like very specific women who are like, yeah, girl, ready to do this, like 10 out of 10. Just show me what to do and how to do it, and I'm gonna do it, right? So like we only work with a certain amount of women per enrollment period, and that's for like one-on-one career coaching and transition programs where like all of my testimonial videos from teachers that are like, yeah, I'm doing the thing because, girl work, it helped me. They went into these programs. These programs are like the gold mine for us. But we also do like resume writing. We apply to jobs for you. That's like everyone's like, yes, I don't want to apply to jobs ever again. Like you do it for me. Like, okay, got you. And then like that career clarity, skills discovery deep dive, we do that one-off too. So there's like one-off services, but then there's also like one-on-one coaching for like 8 to 12 weeks. I have a lot of options, okay? I work with a lot of single moms, girls that are like, girlfriend, I'm doing 2, 3 jobs here. I'm a single mom. Like, I can't hardly even afford groceries. And I'm like, I got you. So, like, we do payment plan options, and that makes it super, like, literally some start at like $7 per month to like change your career and life. So, yeah, I do payment plan options just to pay it forward and be like, anyone who's struggling financially, I get it, especially around the holidays. So, like, just hit me up if you're looking for any help, like one-on-one or like real hand holding support. You're like tired of doing this alone, like, Lisa, just show me what to do and I'm ready to do this. Like, let's talk through some different options. Like, maybe a program is for you, maybe it's not. I'm not going to push you into anything. My goal is to be like, hey, like, where are you at? What do you need? What is your budget right now? Like, let's talk through this together. So like we get on Zoom, you like fill out an application form. You don't want to be left behind anymore, right? Things are changing fast. So do yourself a favor, get the strategy in place. Keep following me on LinkedIn, all of my content, engage with me, say hi to me. There's resources available to you ladies. But yeah, I hope this was helpful for you. Bye.